Alright, so what's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to try something else. Still trying to figure out like how my channel is gonna go and what I'm gonna do. That's why it's pretty dinky so far, but it'll get there. So today I wanted to like watch a video and kind of comment on it, react to it. I haven't seen it yet, but it's a social justice warrior video, and like those are always pretty ridiculous, so it should be fun. Alright, let's play the video and then I'll just comment
about really getting rid of the mascot. There's a lot they can do to help organize or get involved besides caring about their joke. So for them, it's not really about whether or not the Redskins exist or whether or not racism is over. It's really about them feeling like they can't have fun anymore and feeling entitled to be able to laugh at things that aren't really funny.
Jason, part of the whole gag here is the use of the term Orientalism, which is such a weird, old, loaded, like it's a stupid word. But to get upset about the use of that word when it's in a satirical context strikes me as misguided. I want to take a look though at a tweet which Colbert Report has tweeted out. It says, for the record, Colbert Report is not.
As a white man, you don't.
Hang on, Silly. I'll come to you in just a sec. For the record, Colbert Report is not controlled by Stephen Colbert or his show. He is at Stephen at Home. Sorry for the confusion. Colbert himself has responded to some of the criticism on Twitter. Hashtag cancel Colbert, I agree. Just saw at Colbert Report tweet, I share your rage. Who is that though? I'm Stephen at Home. Sui, you were just going to jump in.
Yeah, I was going to say that I feel like it's incredibly patronizing for you to paint these questions this way, especially as a white man. I don't expect you to be able to understand what people of color are actually saying with regards to cancel Colbert. He has a history of making jokes.
Sorry, being a white man doesn't prevent me from being able to think, and doesn't prevent me from being able to have thought.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You're a white man, you can't talk about anything. You know, you can't talk about people of color. You're not of color. What are you, Asian? Colored people are black. You know, the civil rights movement in this country was for blacks. America has a history with, ever since our founding, we are a biracial nation. Black and white. Not Asian, you know, Latino, and all this stuff that's going on now, you know, Mid-Eastern. And our social system and our benefits and, you know, government aid was meant for Americans, first of all, and it was meant to help black people. I mean, honestly, I'm a Republican. I'm not a Republican, I'm a constitutionalist, but I believe that government handouts keep people down, basically, because then they don't get jobs, they're not creating wealth, they're not creating jobs for other people, and it creates violence because, you know, people are selling drugs. Like, I know that game. I was in it for a long time, so I know how it goes. You get your food stamp card and then you sell it. People I heard in Georgia were having like extra kids because they could get more money, like, and I'm sure that happens other places too. Like, people that have a dad that like a mother and daughter or mother and son break up. She breaks up with the dad even though he doesn't want to, and starts making him pay child support. Now he can't afford anything for the rest till the kid's 18, I guess. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it's just because, well, first of all, there's, see, like she said, I don't think you should talk about it because you're a white man. Actually, white men are discriminated against more than anybody. And the second, I think, would be black men. You know, in court, I mean, if you go into a custody battle in court as a white man against, you know, a white woman, I guess, even a black woman, you're walking in with the deck stacked against you. I mean, it's not a fair trial. And honestly, I have a situation where I should be going to court, and I don't, because I really don't want them involved. I mean, I have custody of my daughter full time right now. I don't get child support for it. I never filed. I could file for full custody. I don't want the courts involved. When I was 15, I got involved with court. My parents put me on a PINS petition in New York. It's called Person in Need of Supervision. Basically, when they did that, they gave me over to the state, and I was the state's property until I was 18. And I've been to court other times too. It's not something anybody wants to deal with, but it is very biased against men. Definitely. Judges definitely are more lenient to women, and it is extremely biased against men who are trying to get custody of their kids. I mean, and not just that, I mean, domestic violence situations, they're always going to side with the woman. I can't tell you how many times my ex beat the crap out of me. Not that, like, I was hurt or anything, but, I mean, if I would have done it to her, she would have been really hurt, you know? I mean, if a man did it, but she tried to. I mean, and if I would have called the cops, she would have said I pushed her or something, and I would have went to jail. So, I mean, I know how it works. I don't want the cops involved ever. They don't help anything. There. These social justice warriors who think they're so discriminated against and they have to make a big deal out of everything. You're white, you can't talk about that. I can talk about whatever I want. This is America. I have freedom of speech. Whether you like it or not, I can talk about it. You know? What gives you the right to talk about it? Because your eyes are slanted? And that's not derogatory. I'm just saying. I have nothing against Chinese people or Asian people. But, like, you can't come to America and claim all of the benefits that were made to help, you know, smooth out the Jim Crow and segregation. And I mean, this country has a history that we were trying to make up for with black people. Not people that just got off the boat or people that have been here 3 years and are a different nationality. And nobody is discriminating against you. Who? Honestly, who is discriminating against you? I never see it, ever. And this other thing, that we live in a rape culture, that, you know, I see these, I watched this interview with Lauren Southern and these two, I guess, feminists, one guy and one girl, were like trying to tell her we do live in a rape. We do not live in a rape culture. Never have I heard guys say, let's go rape that girl. Oh man, that would be awesome. Or, do you want to rape her? We could take turns. You know, it's not a rape culture. I mean, nobody I know would even want that. And I've hung out with people from both ends of the spectrum. So, I mean, we definitely don't live in a rape. You want to see a rape culture, go to Saudi Arabia, go to the Middle East. They live in a rape culture, and it's a big deal. It's a serious deal. So it really belittles them to say we live in a rape culture here in the West, because people whistle at girls, and honestly, I don't agree with that. I'm a Christian. I believe in, treating women the way Christ treats me. But to say, oh, that's rape, I mean, that's a microaggression because he whistled at me, or he said, you look good, you look nice today. Come on. Alright, I'm going to play some more of this video, but we're going to run out of time soon, so we'll see what happens.
Reasoned perspectives on things. I didn't give up my right to be able to have an intellectual conversation when I was born.
I know, but
this guy's awesome.
They feel like they're entitled to talk over me. They definitely feel like they're entitled to kind of minimalize my experiences, and they definitely feel like they are somehow exempt and so logical compared to women who are painted as emotional, right?
No one's minimalizing your experiences. No one's minimalizing your right to have an opinion. It's just a stupid opinion.
That's awesome.
Familiar with studies that show that there are no consequences for trans people that use cross-hormone therapy, and I'm familiar with many studies that show that there are great benefits to their health and well-being.
I've got it right here. Transsexuals had brain volumes in agreement with their sex at birth. The intracranial volume and the hypothalamus volume of males were larger than females, irresponsive of the condition of transsexualism. This supports the notion that the brain volume changes in transsexuals are related to cross-sex hormone treatment and do not reflect pre-existent differences in brain volume between transsexuals and comparisons. So, isn't it possible for a doctor to take this comes from medical journals, to say, well, we know the changes occur after the sex hormone replacement therapy, and we know that can be bad, so let's hold off. Or is that doctor ignorant? Because I want to make sure we frame in the language, because there are a lot of doctors out there who would probably agree with you, except for when it comes to the medicine.
I mean, that's not the mainstream understanding whatsoever. You have one study that has one particular factual. No, it's not what the American Medical Association says. It's not what the American Psychiatric Association says. You have one doctor, Paul McHugh at Johns Hopkins, who has many anti-LGBT biases.
Well, no, you talk about doctors. Now you've gone from what's mainstream. You said, I've not seen those, so we provided you with empirical data studies. You said, well, I've not seen that. And then you go to some doctors say this, and we could both agree, right? There's a political motivation behind a ton of what happens in the medical industry. I'm sure we're on board with that, probably with big pharmaceuticals, probably with medical boards.
All right.
Agree on that.
I didn't know this was going to be on this video, but I have seen this episode of Louder with Crowder, I guess. And, yeah, this guy's ridiculous. If you get a sex change and you're taking hormone medications, you're not helping your body, you're hurting your body, definitely. And he's trying to say that it's good for you. No, it's not good for you in tons of ways. First of all, suicide rate. What do you do if you change yourself into a female and you can't? how do you turn back? Like, why would anybody want to do that? I mean, and it's not just that, like homosexuality, the suicide rate is enormous. And it's because it's not natural. It's a sin. It's an abomination. I don't hate gay people at all. They're sinners though, and they need Christ. And there are many gay people that are Christians and married with kids to a wife. So I really don't think that you're born that way and that's who you are, because these people change and they're very happy. Alright, the video's too long. I'm gonna go and I'll make another video soon. See you later, YouTube. Subscribe and like this video, please.